But I was curious about you guys' opinion about something that recently was brought up online, something kind of old that was rehashed from somebody that we, I think, have discussed as a potential fan cast for a character. And I was interested in your opinion on this real quick, not to spend too much time on it. But for those of y'all who are fans of a show called Snowfall, Damon Idris, I believe, we learned that he was casted or was at least selected for a couple roles, but he decided, nah, that's not my jam. And he let it be known with this post right here. Let me go ahead and put us out the way. So it says, Damson Idris with a response that appears sarcastic after a social media user mentioned reports of him turning down the role of Black Panther. All right. So the tweet says, Damson Idris reportedly turned down the role of Black Panther. He would have been perfect for it too. Oh, well. And he responded, this is for those who are listening. Yes, sir. I turned down 007, a co-lead film with Daniel Day-Lewis, and an Eddie Murphy biopic as well, which I don't know why he would be casted as Eddie Murphy other than his looks, perhaps. But are we missing out on a potential really dope 007 because Damson Idris doesn't want to be an action hero?
Yeah, I think he would have. He's British, number one. So that probably would have played well for. I mean, they've been clamoring for a Black 007 for a while now.
I'd watch that.
Idris Elba was his name was out there. It's kind of crazy that it's Damson Idris and Idris Elba that have been casted as names have been thrown out there for 007. I don't know why he would turn down the role of 007 because it seems like if you become 007, it's not one project. It's gonna be multiple projects as 007. Daniel Day Lewis, what was the guy? Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig was 007 for years and years and years. And then he, got killed in the last 007, supposedly.
Oh my God! Did that happen? Fuck! Spoiler alert!
The movie's been out for a long time.
The movie's been out for a while now.
Spoiler alert!
Wait a minute! Not for real? Did that happen?
That happened, bro.
What was the last one? It was
I don't remember the last one, but he's dead.
Smoking a bond pack.
He okay, but go check it out. It was pretty good. Anyway, spoiler alert, right? It's only been years since that movie's been out. But anyway,
man, that dropped on me like, damn, I gotta do the volume right.
It's just interesting. It's just interesting to see someone like Damson Idris that would, because what I read out of that whole comment is when he said, yes, I turned down 007, that almost sounds like he's like, yeah, turn that shit down. Like, how dare them? Like,
it
maybe
does
he
sound
didn't
like
want to sign up.
That feels like that coming out. Now, granted, I could be asserting my own opinion in that, but it does feel a little bit like that. But what I did read in that comment is that he did not say that he turned down Black Panther. He did not.
Yes,
say
he did.
No.
Yes, it does.
No, yes, he said, yes, sir. He said, yes, sir. I did turn down 007. And I also, can you keep saying no, but I'm trying to tell you what I just read. It said, yes, sir. I turned down 007, a co-lead film with Daniel Day-Lewis and Eddie Murphy biopic 2. He did not say I turned down Black Panther, bro. I mean, like,
you're reading
that was Ben Ratz.
Let me read this to you the way that you're reading it like this. You're reading, yes, sir, I turned down, hold on, let me put it up here. Yes, sir, I turned down 007, a co-lead film with Daniel Day-Lewis and Eddie Murphy biopic 2. But what I'm reading it as is, reportedly, Damson Idris turned down the role of Black Panther. Yes, sir. Period. I turned down 007, a co-lead film with Daniel Day-Lewis and an Eddie Murphy biopic 2. So it's more confirmation that you're correct. And in addition to that, I also turned down these other roles. So punctuation.
So I think maybe, when you sign for roles that are going to be like years out. I think that could have maybe been why he didn't want to, because it would stop him from doing other roles that he would actually be interested in doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's with Hollywood, when you sign up for certain things, you opt out of other things because, you know what I'm saying, because of like the studios and stuff like that. So, I mean, that could maybe be why he did that. And Marvel's not looking the greatest right now. So, I mean, for him trying to be on the up and up and, you know what I'm saying, to reprise the role of Black Panther after, you know, Chadwick Boseman, that's kind of a hard role for you to try and take over. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't want that much stress and pressure. I mean, the Bond, that being that it's Bond, it's going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't have an end to it. And now that they want to change the whole character, you know what I'm saying, from the character that just died to a whole new character, that's going to, you see what I'm saying? Like that's going to lead into a lot of different projects for him that he probably didn't want to get tied up in.
Go ahead.
Apparently he was being sarcastic, as in like, why would I turn that down?
Yeah, well, the thing is, do we know? I mean, I would like to, man, maybe this is a good time to holler at Tyrone, because I know his mama British, but is that like a British thing? Like, because I can't detect sarcasm as well in text form. I need to hear the tone of voice.
Either. I had to look through the thread and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So so he's basically, it sounds like he's trying to place this off, according to what I'm reading from Ant and Antoine and a couple others in the comment section. He's basically saying like, I turned down the role of Black Panther, and I also turned down and also turned down too.
Because if it was a time constraint thing, he wouldn't have signed up to do Children of Blood and Bone, because that's a book series, so it would be multiple projects.
And just more importantly, had he done 007 or Black Panther, those would have been the biggest roles he's ever done in his career, and those type of roles. 007 primarily is a life-changing, for an actor, that is a life-changing role. 007 has been held by Sean Connery, Daniel Craig, what's my man,
Pierce Brosnan.
Yo, John all Connery, of those. And by the way, the only, I think, is Daniel Craig British? I think he is. But I'm not sure.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's like the most British person in the world.
It was just a question. I don't know if the man is British. I'm just assuming. But anyway, yeah. So all of those men were British. So, and again, there has been clamoring behind having a Black 007 for years, at least 15 years. That's been the clamors have come. The closest they came to a 007, Black 007, was the Black female lead, which was played. Thank you. And I don't know her name exactly. Lashana Lynch. She played in it, and she was great. She was great for the amount of time that she was in it. But I think for any actor coming up or trying to come up, because Damson Idris is a good actor. Snowfall was phenomenal. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's phenomenal. And he kills his role. But I think anybody who's trying to come up or on the come up, a 007 role is that trampoline that catapults you to a level of stardom that you've never seen before. So as much as we love Damson Idris, he becomes a household name if he becomes 007. Literally overnight, just like that. You now are now a part of a list of Hollywood fame with the names that I said, as far as the old the Sean Connerys, the Daniel Craigs, the Pierce Brosnans, the original 007. I can't even think of his name right now, but yo, that it's, come on, man. So that, like any of these roles, Black Panther, even the Eddie Murphy biopic. I mean, come on, we talking about Eddie Murphy, bro. Like,
so do we as a group believe that he's joking here? Is that what the consensus is now, that this was his way of saying, "Oh, get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to turn down the role of Black Panther"? Or we're just going to accept that there's no truth to this, because this doesn't really reveal anything other than the fact that he's low-key a bit of a, I don't want to say asshole, but I don't know. This doesn't feel like a tweet that has answered any questions.
I think it's because you only gave us one part of the tweet, and if you have like the full thread and you see the context in which the conversation was going, then that would let you.
Well, this is the entire dialogue right here.
Well, based on what Nolly just told us, she read the thread of the information, so there was definitely more going on than what you had.
Okay, all right. Well, but what I mean by that is that in terms of them two, this guy Ben Rad and Damson Idris, I don't believe that there was a back and forth. I think what Nolly may have seen is more context in the comments or on the internet. But it wasn't them having a conversation online. But either way, it would be nice, Mr. Damson Idris, if you could be a little clear going forward with that. Cool? Oh, yeah. Okay, can we do that? Yeah. Can we not be sarcastic about Eddie Murphy biopics, please? Yeah. Yeah, please. Cheers.